And that has to be our message.
So again, with this petition, we are inviting people to come to Philadelphia. This is a time of celebration. We promise a political revolution regardless of what happens. Worst case scenario, Bernie loses. He endorses Hillary. That doesn't matter. We the people will take to the streets and we will create the political revolution.
That's right.
Remember his hashtag. Not me, us. That's what it's about, us.
Amen, A women.
Just because our political system is so damn complicated, and each state has a different universe into it, there are states out there that still have elections, not the November ones, but in between, and some of those states are closed primaries, so also, like if you're talking to people that are coming from other states and you're talking about this, make sure that they know if they have, like New York has elections at some point in August or September, like September, exactly. So like it's a state by state, and it's important to make sure that those people, if they have some other primary coming, that they can vote, just because it's important for
You got it. Basically,
all of the local decisions as well.
there's a lot of state and locals that are good Bernie seeds. We don't want them overlooked because of this massive deregistration. There's a lot of people that are fighting on the streets for good things. So we don't want this to affect them. With that being said, when you deregister is at your discretion. So if you want to deregister right away, the Bernie or Bust movement is doing it on, they're kicking it off June 19th. But if you want to wait, the deadline would be the general in November. But if you want to wait to get those good seeds in, we encourage that. We need people fighting for us, regardless. If it's Republican, Democrat, Green, we need them everywhere. So don't let those good seeds be overlooked. But just, know that the deadline is the general in November. And this is the way that, we take the power back from the Democratic Party. Outside of that, I think everything, I really that needed to be said was said. If there's any questions at all, please feel free.
I just wanted to add to that is that a comment, somebody said that in the topic of this violence in Nevada, it wasn't violent, it was messy. And I don't know who said that, but it really clears it up for me. There was no violence, it was just very messy.
I wouldn't say messy. I would say passionate. There is nothing wrong with
messy
passion.
because the person picked up the chair and then put it down. The chair wasn't supposed to be up in the air. I mean, like, in other words, it was a little, I think it was messy and passionate, but it wasn't violent.
It was a very long day with lots of hours of people being there. Lots of people.
Righteous indignation. Indignation.
It was messy.
What did Bernie Sanders say?
Messy, democratic.
But what did Bernie say?
No, it was a
That's what Bernie said. No, that it was messy? I don't know. Somebody said
Yeah, Bernie said, sometimes democracy is messy.
It's exactly what he said.
Democracy is messy.
And
And I think, that's the resounding voice of why we're bringing this whole thing together. We can't allow them to separate us, and we have to stand firm on the issues that we are talking about today. That's the only way we're going to impact change. And I think all of us coming together, having that resounding voice, bringing that peace mechanism in there, being leaders. If you see somebody that's in the march getting out of line, put yourself in a position to kind of calm them down. Calm them down and let them know that, we are structured, we are disciplined, we are knowledgeable, and we intend to get this done the right way. And I think if we send that message and we act out that message, I don't see us losing. I don't see us losing.
Yeah.
For the marches are going to be playing and de-escalating and like working if something starts happening, we're going to train to.
Also, did you hear about the postcard? Somebody wants to start postcards to the policemen in Philly.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that? Do you know
Well,
about
there's
that?
a website, so I've been doing it, and just go on the Facebook, and I forget the name of the page, but I think you said it, Postcards for Philly or something.
Postcard Blitz.
Yeah, Postcard Blitz for Philly.
Postcard Blitz, because we did one, some of you probably did it too, the Bernie or Bust.
Yeah.
I'll ask.
So it's the same thing, except sending postcards to thank the Philly police for
What is the message?
whatever you want to write.
It's something like, we're coming to visit you, and
yes, and we're looking forward to visiting Philly.
And thank you for, something
for,
very civil.
Thank you for your support.
May I say something about that, please? Because I work for all the firemen and all the cops in the state of Maine and have
Should
for
we send
many
postcards
years.
to the firemen, too?
I'm just going to tell you this. 90% of cops maybe more, and 90% of firemen, maybe more, are Republicans. Staunch, macho Republicans. So you started out with this. Thank you for your service. That's the first thing you say. And the second thing you say is, we really appreciate the way you take care of the people in Philadelphia. If you're going to send them anywhere else, or whatever city or whatever town. So you start out like, this is, I wear a belt still from the 60s. It says, it has stamped in peace on one side and revolution on the other side. They don't look like they belong together, okay? But there's an old saying my grandmother used to say to me, you get a hell of a lot more with sugar than you get with vinegar. And I've been in this union business for 47 years. And when I was young, I was always fighting everybody. Now, I'm just kissing ass. So I start out with kissing ass, and then you let the people know what you need, and you do it politely and respectfully, and we can expect more from that than any other way of operating.
Here's to the peaceful revolution.
We treat this thing like Woodstock, baby. We're going to deliver.
Mahatma Gandhi from India. If anybody wants to help others to understand the philosophy of what we're doing, read about Mahatma Gandhi. Read about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Read about the moments in time during apartheid when wise people realized that the only way to make this happen is with love, and we are in service. Our job, we're trying to save the freaking world. For our children, for our grandchildren, and for so on and so forth. That is our core. What it's about. And don't get into arguments with these Republican crazy Trump maniacs. Just say, thank you very much, I appreciate and turn around and walk away.
Listen, if you let that angry, mad Trump person get you angry and mad, you just let him win. Walk away
That's
from
right.
it. Let him live his life in anger. Don't let him affect you.
And don't walk away like this. Walk away like, thank you very much. It was nice to meet you.
Give him 2.
Amen. Hey, women.
Yeah, give them the peace sign.
One other thing I want to add to this are nonviolent civil resistance classes. We do have a retired police captain, Ray Lewis, that is helping out. I am currently reaching out to other high-ranking officers to assist with that. So these classes will be taught by neither current or ex-Philadelphia police officers. Having that communication is very, very important when it comes to peaceful revolutions. Outside of that, any other questions?
I'd just like to make a comment in regards to...
Louder, please.
I'd just like to make a comment in regards to talk about nonviolence. I think part of it will be keeping people busy in another manner. And I know you guys have a lot of things going on, like the body paint and all of these other ideas. I think for everybody individually, you should start thinking about other ways to get people involved so that you're not thinking, that way they're busy doing whatever they're doing rather than thinking violent thoughts.
Festivity.
Festivity. I mean,
Set it up properly.
bring the banjos.
Bring them.
Music.
Bring
the
the banjos.
banjos.
Yep.
Bring
What's the
them.
limitation on music?
Yeah.
What was said was, we're allowed to have political artists.
Amplified.
We will have PA systems and for the staging area, and we will have So right now we're actually reaching out to major bands. We have folks talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers and connections to them, and so we are looking at really big name bands. It's a matter of we're reaching out. We just need that hug to come in at this point and make that connection.
Since this is a lot about what we're doing is to persuade superdelegates that Bernie is the best candidate to beat Trump, I want to recommend a website to everybody called lobbydelegates.com.
Yes.
Saw that.
Volunteers have put together a wonderful app so that everybody can send a note to the superdelegates that have pledged to Clinton in your state, and you can add personal comments.
Can you repeat
It's a
that
great
site again?
It's lobbydelegates.com.
All right, anybody?
I like to just say one more thing in response to this fellow here. All it takes is one media person to wipe the word N-O-N dash out of the word nonviolence. Okay, so this is something I learned as a younger man. We do not want to use the phrase nonviolence because it's so easily twisted. We want to use the word peace. We want to use the word love. I guess you can probably tell I'm an old hippie, and it works. I mean, so really, keep that phrase out of our. Start out by taking that out of your vocabulary.
So what is the? Should we like
Peace.
Peaceful.
Peace and love, but using the phrase nonviolence
yeah.
can be twisted like this.
Like
take the
peaceful protest or something.
Peaceful demonstration.
Read Gandhi. Go home and read some Gandhi. Even if it's only Wikipedia.
And you know what? I'm also concerned. We're having this meeting here, but there's millions, there's thousands and thousands of people coming from all over the country, and are they going to,
Some
have
things
the
I
same
just
mentality?
better not to be part
We
of.
can't
Let it
answer
ride.
that question, but there's 30 people here. We start with us.
I mean, you can make little armbands, and each person who gets an armband knows that it's a peaceful celebration. Will say peaceful celebration on it. You know, you can think about it. Don't you know? You don't
I mean, I'm just.
This is what we're gonna have. We're gonna have a peaceful celebration.
All right, guys.
Think Woodstock.
Guys, I'm gonna wrap up this.
Right. Let's get it out there. Yeah.
Don't
I'm gonna wrap up the meeting. We are doing a bi-weekly as well as weekly meetings the closer we get to the DNC. We'll release updates at those meetings.
We want to try to keep people
Otherwise, thank you all for coming out.
I know. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, come on. That's what I want all the way around. Everybody.
Let's go, everybody. Come on. Make a circle.
That's right.
Let's do
Hands together in the
We
air.
are about to change America, people.